Hi, and welcome to Geno's Takes for NCAA Wednesday Night MAC-tion. Western Michigan Broncos heading to Northern Illinois to face the Huskies, where the Huskies are favored by 3.5. Before we get started, let me point something out. Cannot thank the people at SPR for putting these videos up and making me look so great day after day after day. But sometimes after 100 plus picks, one falls through the cracks. And yes, they were two winners last night. We had OU, we had the over. If you don't follow me on Twitter, if you think we're putting this at Geno Bisconte here for our health, you're out of your mind. Follow me, tweet me. I'll tell you whatever you want to know at any minute. Daddy has a late schedule, but you want to get to these picks. So let's start with these Broncos, and let's get off the horse that everyone is too high on with Western Michigan and make a Husky bet. See what I did? Hashtag clever. Let's get right to it. Okay. At first glance, this is a battle of two 5-1 teams, and I think it will be a great game. But I don't know if it'll be that great because you've got a logjam at the top of the MAC West between Northern Illinois at 5-1, the Western Michigan Broncos at 5-1, and the Toledo Rockets, who are now 6-1 after beating Bowling Green last night. Sorry about that. But here's the thing that will help you separate the three, okay? And by the way, what a matchup you have next week because the Rockets play the Broncos, so this is going to all get taken care of. But Northern Illinois beat Toledo. They have that tiebreaker. And if you're not sure which of these three teams to go with the rest of the way, here's a little stat that may help you decide. Only two teams in the past two seasons in the NCAA have won 11 games. You know who they are? The Oregon Ducks and, yep, the Northern Illinois Huskies. But of those two teams, only one team has been to 5 straight championships in their division the past 5 years, and that is the Huskies. It's not the Ducks. And there's something to be said about a team that's been there before, and they just know how to get back. I think we saw that when the Huskies beat the Rockets. And I mean, don't be concerned that Drew Hare, their starting quarterback, is out, because that really shows you how a team that's been there knows how to get there every year. Excuse me. Because Drew Hare went out in that game trailing to the then undefeated Rockets, and all his replacement Ryan Graham did was come in and lead them to a come-from-behind win and then go out and beat down Buffalo last week like they should have, okay? What you need to worry about is Western Michigan and the Broncos, because this team isn't that good. They haven't beaten really good teams, and they have more trouble finishing than Lamar Odom. He's fine. He's back with his girl. That's how you get a girl back. You start doing cocaine and banging hookers, duh. Look, here are the two things you have to focus on with Western Michigan. Last week against BGU really underscored how bad they are on third down. They went 4 of 13, which is how you lose a game in the second half. And I don't know if you paid attention to how they struggled in the second half, or if you're not sure, look at any game they played against a real team. In their 4 actual losses against actual opponents, Michigan State, Georgia Southern, Ohio State Buckeyes, and BGU 2 weeks ago, who head coach PJ Fleck himself said was the best program they faced all year, they're barely averaging over 7 points in the entire second half in each of those games. So if you think NYU isn't a good bet here, 1, you weren't listening to the thing I said about them in Oregon, and 2, then put your money on Michigan. But it's going to be like a lot like, it'll taper off. Because Michigan will taper off in the second half, like the affections of the last girl I was dating, and it'll be pretty much the same. You'll spend the whole second half waiting for a score that never happens. And then they'll say something to you like, I think we should see each other less. What do you think? I don't know. Maybe we should see each other less, rather than me blowing $200 on a meal so I can get a hug and a peck on the cheek and then go home and jerk off on the receipt. Maybe. Oh, was this a football video? Take Northern Illinois, laid the 3.5. Follow me on Twitter. I got to get to the video and make some football picks for the NFL. Those are Geno's takes.